there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampingup.net. Thank you for joining me today. Today is day 5 of 5 days of Easter projects, and this one features a very cute little gift box, and I've paired it with these adorable little Kit Kat Easter eggs. I wanted something that coordinated nicely with the colours, so I've gone for sweet sorbet colour in the cardstock. Now this is a box that I didn't come up with this design. Angie from Chicken Scratches, actually this is one of her designs, so I've just modified it to suit the little Easter break. But there's the size of the box. If you didn't want to put the eggs straight in, you could just fill it with some shredded paper and it would look even cuter. But let me show you how I made it. It's really easy, and there's no stamping actually with this one. Now there are a few cutting and scoring instructions with this one, and I have put them in the description bar below. So you don't have to worry about writing too many things down if you don't want to. So I'm starting with a piece of sweet sorbet cardstock, and it's 9 by 5.5 inches. We've got another piece for the top, and that is what is that one? Let me just double check my notes here. It is 4 by 5.25. We've got some designer series paper for the front and this bit here and in the inside, just there. And I've used this fabulous paper from the Country Gingham designer series paper, and it's in the mini catalogue, and you'll find that on page 9 of the mini catalogue. I'm also using another item from our existing product suite, and it's the wreath die from our Country Wreath dies. And these little bunnies, which are cut out in Blushing Bride, are from the Farmyard Pets. So let's go ahead and get started making it. It's not difficult. It looks it, but it's really not. I actually did a corner rounding on this one. I'm not going to with the one I'm making today. So bring in either your Simply Scored tool or your trimmer, whatever you like to do your scoring with. And on that long side, so that 9-inch side, let me just grab my scoring details. We're going to score at 1 inch. Go all the way down. 1 inch and 1 inch, 2.5. 6.5 and 8, and on that short side we're going to score at 1 and 2.5. Right, we've got another piece here which we don't need to do any scoring with. And actually, before we go any further, we will adhere our designer series paper straight onto that one, so it's got time to dry. Love this paper. I mean, the blue is pretty too, right? But I just wanted to tie in those little Kit Kats. So let's pop this on. Right, that'll be the bottom. We won't actually see that, but that's okay. Right, let's put that to one side to dry. So get your bone folder and fold all those scored lines. It's a good idea for this one to make yourself a template, for the first time you make it anyway. Right, so basically it folds around, the box itself will fold around like that, and then this piece will sit at the base. So it sort of folds in like that with that hollow at the back. You won't see because this is going to be at the back. All right, so where we've got that that scoring down the bottom, the 1 inch and the 2.5, we're going to do a little bit of cutting away on that one. So we're going to cut up going to cut all the way up to that. We're going to cut that first one out, that first score line. We're actually going to cut all the way up to that one there. So we're going to cut the smaller one and the longer one. Just cut up to there, straight across. Do the same on the other side. Come up to there. Then we're going to cut away this little one right here. That one, cut that one away. To there. All right. So you've got something that looks like that at the moment. So, okay, bottom flat down there. So just looks like that. Now we want to cut up to here because that's going to be our tabs that will fold in. So cut up to that horizontal mark, but don't cut this tab off. So now it should make sense. That comes in like that. So these two tabs fold in. They will fold in and sit on this base here. And they will fold in, and our piece of paper, our cardstock, which we've already put the designer series paper on, will sit at the back. That's why we want a piece that covers the whole lot. So it's like that at the back. So if I do it this way, these tabs will come in, that comes up, and that folds over. That's the back, which will be covered like that. I hope that's super clear. Once you make it, it's like, oh yeah, I get it, it makes sense. Well, that's what I think anyway. So let's put our this bit together first, the two flaps. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal Plus. I'll put that first one in, fold that in there, and then this one. Okay, that will come across there like that. Right, so we've done that first fold, and then we're going to put this one on the inside, but we only want to put adhesive down the bottom, okay, because where that is, that's going to go like that. All right, I mean, you could you do it that way? No, you couldn't. It has to be at the back. You won't see that once you've got your little treats inside anyway. So okay, so just a little bit of adhesive just there. So I'll put Tombow because it's probably a little bit easier to see me do it with the Tombow. She says, just on there. And I just noticed that that is not as straight as it could be, so I'll just straighten that up. Go. Okay, that will just go down like that. Let's just give that a couple of seconds to settle. It's not quite dry. Okay. Next I'm going to put, so this designer series paper will be facing the inside, so it's going to sit up like that. All right, so with the back of the box facing you, I'm just going to pop my Tombow straight down on here. Again, use whatever adhesive you like, but we want this to be as even as possible because we're going to match up the bottom here with the bottom of the box. We want it to be straight so it sits nicely. It will fit, it does fit perfectly. Okay, and there it is at the back, sitting in there nicely. Let's just give that time to settle. When I made this originally, I actually put my designer series paper on here before I even put it all together, but either way it doesn't matter, whatever you find is easier. Let's put our designer series paper on now. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, but just make sure that you've got it going in the right direction if you're using the directional paper. It does help. All right, sweet sorbet, isn't it pretty? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is our wreath, and I'm using a piece of our craft 6x6 designer series paper. 6x6 cardstock, I should say. I'm just going to bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and let's run that through here. Right, there we go. If you haven't invested in one of the minis, I do recommend it because they are super, super, super useful, and they are space savers. If space is an issue for you, these are great. Just pop all that out. Just pop out all the little bits and bobs in there. The die brush would do this for you as well, but I haven't got it in front of me, so we'll just use my pokey tool here to pop them out. You can leave some in if you like, whatever you fancy. All right. Nearly done. There we go. I think that's close enough. Okay. The craft cardstock really does a great job, especially with something like these wreaths. So they're a little bit firmer than like a designer series paper. All right, so I'm going to pop the little bunnies on first with a glue dot, and my bunnies are a little bit tricky to put on sometimes, so just grab our glue dot. I have found it easier to use a glue dot with these, so just position them wherever you like, really. These glue dots are upside down, so oops, come back here. The one that got away. Just offset it slightly, and then the last one. Come on, little bunny. You could do these, and you could make this box obviously in any color, whatever you've got in your craft stash. Let's go a little bit out that way. Okay, they're cute. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow on the back. This is where it gets, you don't want to get too much on there, but you want enough for this to hold, obviously. There we go. You can use your glue dots if it's easier. Go, pop that onto there. Just going to find my white twine, my baker's twine, because I haven't got it in front of me. Just get ready. also got, I'm going to use some of our pastel embellishments because it's Easter, and Easter is pastel colours to me. Oh, let's face it, it can be any colour, right? But I do like white. So I'm just going to pop that bow on with dimensional. It should be dry enough. Oh, that bunny's a bit crooked. He's getting away. Put that on. Might just need to straighten that one up. Looks like he's trying to escape. And these are, so yeah, these are the pastel pearls. Pretty, pretty, pretty embellishments. So super pretty. Really like these. I'll go with the Blushing Bride colour, I think, just to keep the colourway going. Another one just down there. Go. And trim that off. And that's the cute little box made for Easter. It's our one with the I rounded the edges, or you can do it straight. Whatever is your preference. I hope you enjoyed that video. I have put a link to all the products I've used in the description bar below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, stampingmary@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great day.